So I'm doing this instead. I am going to be doing some more work on the landscape system because it was awesome and I really liked it. So I want to, specifically today, if I can, I would like to tweak the way that we generate landscape when we don't have any. So I hope there'll be a few of you keeping me company in this, as it was quite cool. I'm quite pleased with last week and people got, they were all excited. I mean, I made a build after the stream, as I promised, and patrons got immediate access to that. So I'm going to give this a bash. This does involve looking at some code I've not looked at in a very long time. So this does also sometimes happen, is it? You are here with me as I go, don't remember how this works. Don't remember how any of this works. So come and join me on my journey of exploration and discovery and try to remember how my own code works. So, first things first, the central power hub takes care of the map. Now, how does it do all this? Rename all this. Brilliant. Reggie's unpaged? No. Okay, so we actually. Oh, I found another thread. Okay. At one point, do we decide map cache completed? Okay. I'll tell you what we can probably do to start with is if we go to the base. I'm on the wrong level, wrong map. Phoenix. Oh, that took a very long time to load. I managed to write a tweet and a Discord message. Where's the base? Surface machine. Right, do I actually just search that? How do I search for this? How do I link it up? Mission readout, server monitor, base scanner. No, that's, wait, what? Attack scanner. Right. I forgot the attack scanner is. Is that the one that goes beep boop beep boop? Oh no, okay, apparently that. Oh yeah, it's the threat reader, okay. That's what I said about trying to find my own my way around my own code that I definitely wrote. It's just been so long. Oh, I think it's cryo map. That's the one. So there's two types of cryo map, whether or not we are in a cold cavern or not. And hey, 4TT, good to see you too. And hey, Patrick. And hey, Yaya, yay tech, yay tech. I wouldn't even know how to pronounce that. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we actually already do this. But tell you what, let's increase map completion. There we go, which is what? Yes, but if a J is a soft J or a hard J, depending on whether or not it is where you're from. Like 2 times, well, 3 times. JJ check. You only have 3 J's. Okay, my completion is ln complete. And I'll do public static float completion per Okay, so this is that times that. In ln max equals that times that. Completion lerp equals float map completion divided by ln max. Plus that. Ion. Am I accessing a static variable from 2 different places? I totally am, aren't I? That would actually explain why I've... So I don't think this is going to work, but I guess we'll find out. Because I think that the central power hub, this is the height data. Never mind, this isn't the cryomap readout. Game, I pick go. What was it? It was called Frozen Bot was the new one. And I was saying yesterday, I fucking love Star Wars. So I've been in Hog 7 playing Rogue Squadron. Not Rogue Squadron. Yeah. When is that update then? Actually, I don't even know if this is attached. I guess we'll find out soon. Not is the answer. So how the hell am I controlling this? I think it's from Unity Base Manager. It is from Unity Base Manager. Unity Base. So the Unity Base Manager is the rendering half of the system. What did I say? It's called War Table, wasn't it? Something. I am actually doing some work on this already. Oh, war map text. All right. Oh, did I actually directly? Did I do it properly? Oh, why did I go and do it properly? No wonder I was confused. No, I didn't do it properly at all. That. Ah, here we go. Show percentage loaded, but how? Sad face. Well, past Adam, let me show you how. Dot transform dot search door readout dot get component text mesh. Right, that should work, but how? Pretty much pass Adam by copying this. As indicated in the stream title, Dora is missing, presumed naughty. I don't know where she is. Dora! Favourite toy? All her toys are favourite toys. Actually, Dora only has 2 types of toys. My favourite toy ever, and I hate this toy for now and the whole rest of eternity, until which point I change my mind. Okay, so did I get the table up? Oh, hello. You're standing on my keyboard. I've taught you. You can stand anywhere you like in the whole universe apart from my testicles and the keyboard. Everywhere else is fine. Everywhere else is absolutely tickety-boo. Why don't you just lay down and go to sleep? I can't see she's going. She's not a very... she's so tiny. She's fully grown. That's as big as she's going to get. He's so tiny. Right. I'm not quite to the point of bribing her to be on my desk, but I am thinking about it. Don't tell her. Why didn't that fit? Surface status complete. Oh, also include XML files. Oh. Oh, bugger. Is that... I can never remember. I think... Oh, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Dora. I thought you didn't love me. That's... Did you want to murder the mouse? This is why sometimes patches are late. Wait, hang on. I'm just going to put the... So one thing Dora hates, she really hates, is where you put it where she can't see it. Oh. Where's it gone, Dora? Like, Father, retrieve it for me. It's just gone there. Yeah. Here it is. And there it's gone. Why do you not do anything on demand? I find that sometimes she knocks toys underneath things, and when she does, sometimes she howls at me until I like go and retrieve her toy from wherever it is that she's lost it. See, we can see it, and she can't. Okay, I guess I might need to make a new world. or delete the old one. FortressCraft Phoenix, World's Frozen Bot, delete. There she goes. No. Hide it. But just remember, Dora, this is a murder cam, not a vagina cam. So if you could just keep your tail. Never mind. Okay. So this is one of the. I'm not. Am I in compressed mode? No, I guess I'm not. Revisiting the compression system. No, not recycle. Delete. I do not wish to put it in my recycle bin. Ever. I love the pour just coming in from off camera. As I have previously indicated to people, a lot of the game dev's job is watching dialogue boxes fill up. This is why I tend to have a fast computer. Not because I'm like, look at me playing the game and how good my frame rate is. It's because the faster my computer, the less I'm waiting. There's not much more I can do. I've got an overclocked 8700K. I've got it's running on an SSD. There's not much more I can do to speed this up. Dora, what? Bring it back. Don't do that. No, I'm just going away now. You don't get to play with that. Amazing. So I'm pretty sure this webcam has infrared lights. So obviously cats can see infrared. We can't. And she has been my little angel. Well, Dora, what did I say about? What happens if I copy the save file while you're playing? Dora, what are you eating? What is that? Is that a power cable? Don't need power cables. Don't try and copy a file. If nothing's writing to that actual file, you're fine. If something writes that file while you're using it, it will absolutely not be fine. Dora go brr. No. Right, so I'm going to start a new. I just want to see. Oh no, Dora, did you lose it? Is it under here? I can get it. Do you know how I can get it? I've got opposable thumbs. No opposable thumbs for you. I was kind of expecting the intro sequence then. I'm also a bit confused where I am. Where's the get? Because I deleted everything. where's my base? I think I may have broken the world. Let me delete the world and the folder. I think that's the issue there. I go to Voxton. Usually I have a world called Andy's World, and I know for a fact that's not my world. Are we doing your boo? So I want to make sure my countdown works. So the next step is kind of estimate how long it takes, and then to start writing code saying the CPH has finished paging everything. Now we need to start generating the rest of the world data. Initially in an idiot way, and then in a better way later on. Waiting, waiting, waiting. We're waiting all the things. 0.0% is surprising. And there you go, 0.2. Wait, points. Beavis. Completion lerp is map completion. Dora, have you got your... Don't bite you little shitbag. You're stuck in the cable. Let me get you out. No, Father, I don't need freeing. I'm invincible. You're stuck, aren't you? So though my desk might look really, really messy, you see, it's only because you're under the bit where I can't see. All the cables are all sort of strapped up there, so I can't see it normally. That's where Dora decides that's her favourite place. Okay, completion rep is 0. Map completion is 0, and incomplete is 0. Okay, what have I done? Ah, right, okay, yeah. That needs to go inside. Oh. I don't know about much. They're quite neat from my point of view because I'm up high, so it looks nice and neat. If I put it from Dora's point of view, not so neat. I just don't want anyone saying mean things about my my cable management. Wait, why would... So, Tad, I can understand why someone downvotes our evening streams if they don't like what I'm playing. Why would they downvote this? This is why people follow the bloody channel. Just a reminder, by you are all, every evening, I stream at 9 o'clock, we stream games. You're all welcome to come and join me, watch me suck at games. No, Patrick, I don't. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to. Like, what do they want? They've got FortressCraft, programming, TIE fighters, Dora. I mean, this is the best stream. Can I... That's actually pretty quick. See, this is about the point here. About 5% is probably where I will let the player out. So at some point quite soon, what will happen is I will start paging in well, this is the loaded area around the player. And then at that point, what we'll start doing is I'll start paging in essentially from the get-go. But it's still generating all the world out there. My God, Dora. As I said, there's nothing she hates more than not being able to get at her toy. All I have to do is go, here's your toy, you can't have it. And it's like, I must have it. You're not very good at this, are you, Dora? So the next step is, once this hits 100%, it should say, oh, we're done. Kind of expecting this to be done quite soon. So what will happen, and again, if you've not seen this, is actually pretty cool. So this, what will happen is this will have some sort of fog of war effect around it. I think I know how this will have an effect around it of some sort. Once you've hit 5%, I will probably then let the player out. That means I know that we've baked enough around there. Quite soon, we'll have finished generating this. That we are still doing it. You can see that's the actual landscape there. It's I just raise it up so you can see what's on and what's not. So red means I don't have any data. So normally, don't forget, by this point you've read the instructions. You're going off looking for your first copper. I assume you're not immediately going to run off and see how far away you can get. You're going to start playing the game at this point. So I don't know if you guys played We Happy Few. We Happy Few did a similar thing. And there was about, on the Xbox One, and I'd like to remind people that it's the most powerful console in the world. I know, it took about 10 minutes. I just sitting there going, what's it doing? It just started generating the whole world, the whole game. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it was doing that. Dora, the funniest thing is, that's not even where the toy is. In a minute, she'll wear herself out and she'll either just fall asleep, like the Dora. Yeah, now she's trying to get away because she just bit me. Yeah, she knows that she's being wrong. She knows she's in the wrong. So I should probably see. Oh, I don't know if I have any sort of clue how long this takes. Wait, the full Y level range? Oh my god, no. Oh my god, I can't even guess how much data that is. Alright. I can't even begin to imagine. If I was to generate the entire 1 kilometer cube. No. So what this does, it generates the whole of the surface. Now, if we get a surface attack from the wasps, they actually help map the level too. I've pointed out to people, like, all of this stuff that you think is just pointless fluff is actually part of the game. So, for example, the tunnel nukers, they're not just there as a gameplay thing. They literally make a tunnel between here and here. I think it's possibly this black stuff here. But this is good because I also begin to start seeing the hive minds here, which I really like. What is this? Does this mean they are leaking? I'm getting warning, but I'm not sure what they are. But you can see, so what the CPH is essentially just ensuring the whole surface is paged. So this is why when people are going, I've built a base on the surface, will it page in? The CPH pages the entire surface. All of it. No ifs, no buts. As long as you put it on or near the surface, it will page in. Hopefully, watching this gives you a very clear indication of how much damn time that takes, which is a huge amount. But I have to wait for this to finish now. Are you having a sleep, Dora? She's trying to. She's got her murder face and her sleep face all at once there. Father, I wish to murder, but I am so sleepy. No? Too sleepy to murder? She's gonna zonk out in a moment. So you guys can't see the log at the minute. The log is a bit terrifying. Now I don't know for a fact why. Slow? Are you joking me? This is incredibly fast. Look at the speed of it go. Remember, it's now sending out tunnel nukers. Hive minds are growing. It's sorting out all of the stuff across the whole of the surface. This is super fast. Remember, the CPH is using the spare disk time to deal with this. This is quick. This is really, really quick. So if you look, segments, I loaded 2,000 off disk. I've done 700,000 graphics ticks. Is it debug? Oopsie. Debug graphics. Like this is. I am curious now. There are some bugs. So I notice I have 11,000 items. I think I've got a bug specifically in the injection code. I think a lot of these hive minds they've just gone nuts. That's my guess. Oh, hold on, that should have been on already. Yeah, there you go. We've worn her out. Oh, see, when she's asleep, she's the loveliest. I'm quite impressed with the amount of flicker on that. Anti-flicker off. Oh, I don't think anti-flicker was on then. I would like it to be faster, don't get me wrong, but this is very, very fast. One of these, I'm sure, is it node worker? But you can see how fast it's going there. I mean, it's doing 5 or 6 a second, which is pretty good. As I said, I want it to go faster, but I want lots of things to go faster. At some point, I do need to go through these a bit more. Disk. Ah, there we go. Yes, we've generated 35,000 segments so far, totaling 1/4 of a gig. It should speed up towards the end though, when there's less work to do. But you can see here, that's the tunnel nukers. So tunnel nukers get priority over the TPH paging stuff in, but you can see the tunnel nukers starting to make a mess of the landscape. What are the map squares at the bottom? What? Do you mean here where they're up? That means, so that's a segment. That's one segment. So I generate that segment, but I haven't generated this one yet. In the middle, that's my base. If that's what you mean. Right, that's what I came. Yeah, that's where I'm standing right now. I should do a player indicator there as well at some point, shouldn't I? That would be really important. So once this is done, at that point the generation system goes to sleep. But why? But why what? Because I told you it's currently. So these overminds don't exist yet. I know where they are, so I put them. You can see hive minds in the world, which I really like, because it's busy doing something. It can't do everything. Paging in the world is low priority, very low priority. It's more important right now. I mean, I guess I'm 5 minutes into the game, 10 minutes, whatever, 15 minutes. At this point, the game is trying to cut a hole for the mobs. So I give you about 2 hours before you get your first attack as a kind of a ballpark figure. So right now, I have to make sure that at 120 minutes in, these guys can get there. So I have about 2 hours to cut through. This map, by the way, it might be that I only show you the center of the map. And this is an unlock that you get 3 hours in. So bear in mind, this doesn't have to happen quickly. And in fact, the best way to get a good frame rate is to not happen quickly. So I can gently deal with this over several hours. That's fine. I mean, if I actually just pop outside, part of the reason I want to do this is the far detailed landscape. That's actually not looking too bad. Not brilliant, but not bad neither. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the Sky Islands. They are causing me grief. Potentially just a post-process though. You can see it's doing sparkles. It's generating stuff even this close for me. You can see stuff there, but it's just not done it. That just means whenever it got around to that one, so the CPH just runs through all of them, going that one, this one, that one. You only need to do it once, and at that point, it all gets cached out to disk. And from then on, it only accepts changes. Yeah, it's this way. So if I actually run this way, there is very little generated over here. Once I leave the docking area, it's kind of it. So this corridor exists for one reason and one reason only. To stop you getting to the base too quickly. It's purely here to slow the player down. Yeah, the injections are definitely... As you said, the injections spawned the minute it blew up. I don't know what that's about. That's a bug I've introduced. I've done a lot of work there. This game, Phoenix is already... Bloody hell. I don't even know how much faster than Evolved at generating stuff. Really, really, really improved. But that will introduce bugs, and I still want to go further. Let's go faster. But the draw distance here is what I'm fascinated by. I don't want any loading screens, ever. If I can get with no loading screens, I will hide loading screens away. Right now, it's fairly... there is loading, but I don't. I mean, what will actually happen is the player will start the game up. They'll start to ping this. They'll start to ping that. They won't just immediately do what I do, which is to just run off, see what's going on. That's some do, but most players won't. This actually looks quite nice here. Some of the colours are still a bit horrid, but that actually looks quite nice, the red and the blue. It's not quite true, totally. They start to send tunnel nukers as soon as the overmines spawn. Now, I give the overmines 1 hour to spawn. So don't forget, just because you can see them doesn't mean they're actually there. If you ever actually wander out immediately in a new game and look for the overmind, it's not there. It has to find its spot. And that can take time. So that's that way. Yeah, so we can always go and have a look. So I'm pretty much waiting at this point for the game to finish the generation. I just wander across here. And look, I can see the overmind from the base. That's one of the things we do. So at all points, hopefully, from the beginning of the game, and it's not quite there yet, you can see the overminds. So that's not changing. Overminds, lots of stuff in FortressCraft isn't changing, it's just improving. But one of the goals is, from the beginning of the game, you shouldn't be surprised by the overminds. Scared, yes. Surprised, no. But that's what I'm working on is more of that landscape. And I think I will get a mid-range landscape within 1 kilometre and then a low-range landscape further away. I'm not sure why I've got that one, but not... Oh, no, well, the tunnel... don't forget, you can't have an attack until the tunnel nukers have actually made a hole. So, if you... haven't got a clear path, the mobs just fly up until they find a clear path. There is always eventually a clear path, and I've seen people do ridiculous things that break it, and then they complain the mobs are cheating. I'm like, well, you did start it. So, yeah, I rely on there being clear line of sight between the overmind and the base. Now, one thing that the map doesn't do, which it needs to, is it also needs to accept height data going downwards, which it doesn't currently. But right now, the overmind has not dug itself out. But you see the sparkles, it's still generating lots of stuff around here. Yeah, you can see it's trying to encroach. You can see the tunnel nuker spawning. I won't get too close. I'm pretty sure they'll kill me even in the editor. Wait, why is my draw distance set out of curiosity? Max draw distance, yeah. Oh, I'm still generating. Yeah, okay, that's why it's all a bit weird. I've got some data, but not all the data. Oh, there we go. Oh, and now let's fix that too. So many bugs. Textures? No? Oh, wait, there we go. There we go. So as you can see, it's already starting on the tunnel nukers. But if I wander back to the base now, because as I said, to a degree, I'm killing time and while it's generating. But I am pretty happy with that landscape. Not perfectly, as you can see, it's definitely far from perfect. What I might do is instead of taking the highest square of the segment, I might take the average height of the segment. But during this early section, not normally this bad though. The disc is hammered. I am absolutely caning the disc. Beginning to wonder if something's actually broken now. Oh. No? Oh, something has definitely... Oh, wait, it appears to be coming back. Something has definitely died, though. Segment manager thread has not been active for 15 seconds. Oh, 27. No, 27 seconds it's up for. Wait, 27 seconds is how long it's taking. So I suspect the segment manager thread is what's causing all of these messages. Oh, messages. So that's probably slow because I'm doing stuff. Yeah, segment manager. So part of the issue here, and it is a known issue, I am now generating the world way too hard, and there is a bug with the injections. The injections are spawning, then digging themselves up, and I don't know why. But it's busy working, it's saving, it's creating stuff, it's baking the segment. The LFG per load has gone crazy, but that's it warning me. So I'm getting loads and loads of build orders. So currently I have 7,000 outstanding builds for glow tubes. So part of this is I am just generating the world a little bit quickly and a little bit stupidly. Now, probably you'd never actually get this. Ah, wait, there we go. I actually now have an actual error has come up. Mission manager update. Interesting. That went null. Comment. But I kind of imagine that I've just cranked. You've just given me your car. I've ultra duper supercharged it, and now it sometimes catches fire, but it does go quicker. She's so cute. She's sleepy. It's sleepy. No, we have too many glow cubes. That's the issue. Uh-oh. That's a little worrying. Now it's possible. Again, this is why we don't just go, it's available. It is entirely possible. Oh no, there we go. I was about to say it's entirely possible that I was so busy generating the world I never got around to saving it. But it looks like something might have died a little while before then, which is why it was looking so weird out there. A glow cube is the it's the invisible cube around the outside of the glow tubes. But yeah, I'm getting definitely into a loop here where a survival injection entity is trying to dig itself up and getting stuck, and it's never succeeding. I'm not sure I can put the camera anywhere where we can see Dora in a slightly less horrible way. There we go, sleepy angel. Soft kitty, warm kitty, please don't chew my cables. But yeah, imagine if I don't give you this map for the first hour. It'll be done. You'll never see this. I'll hide it all away. After this comes the more interesting bit. Because what I want to do is I want to do the far field renderer. So the far field renderer is probably... I've just worked out why that's wrong. I have a shared one. Currently, it's temp. That's from a different world. No, she's sleeping. Right, so this will now start to generate that from the get-go. If I get an error, I need to fix that one. There does seem to be an issue. The first time you run, for reasons I'm not sure, the height cache data doesn't seem to work. Except this time where it's working just fine. Is the CPH... Wait. Machine entity update land scan. Okay, so that's actually overloading. So let's reduce that a little bit. Line 2198. Paging is false, which is... Do I actually get around that, or is it just the beginning? Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, that does actually just appear at the very beginning, though. Okay, so attempt get segment calls request link for machine frustum, return null. Okay, so if patient equals false, okay, now that should have paged in 5 segments, and then wait, we probably want a sleep. Here we go. If update land scan else break I equals input max. I tend to do that. I know it. I don't need to, but it just makes me feel better. If we page fail, hit queue limit. If I take queue limit, then don't just waste CPU time hammering in more requests. Yeah, so we iterate a bunch of times. Because one of the things that the CPH does is at the beginning of the game, I can rely on the fact there's not much going on. What on earth is the camera showing? I can rely on the fact there's not much going on at the beginning of the game. So I can absolutely just hammer the disk system. Later on, I only trickle update because I've got nearly everything. But that should stop that. I should get one message and then it should go, that is enough. Because it was just basically, I don't know, failing like 40 or 50 times a tick. Rather than failing once and going, I'll come back in a third of a second. That's slightly better. I can see it failing, but it's failing less often. Is that? Am I too late? I only seem to be at the beginning of the map. So I also don't update the whole map in one go because it would be way too slow. So even if I load the whole map off disk, it comes in like this. What I'll probably eventually do is anything I haven't loaded in will look like cyan holographic cubes or something. Oh, Dora, aren't you a sweetie? She's very young, so when I just give her gentle love, she's like, "Oh, brilliant! I love this. This is the best." Rather than just sit there quietly and let me love you. What I do have, and what every self-respecting programmer should have, I do have a tiny anvil. It's really heavy, but it's great for putting things on. There we go. Web camera, a tiny anvil. So what it does now, it just runs over the entire surface segment all the time, continuously, until such point as we have generated all the surface. So this happens expected about the first half an hour of a new game. Remember, I'm trying to make this happen quickly, but it doesn't matter if it takes even 10 hours, really. So lots of players will play FortressCraft Worlds for hundreds of hours. So it doesn't matter if something takes 10 hours to cache. What matters is, you know, does it hurt the frame rate? Thank you, JJ Tech. I like it too. This is probably one of the things you've all heard me say a lot, but if I wasn't the developer of FortressCraft, if I was a player, I would be on the forums, I would pester the developer going, when there's going to be new stuff, I want more, because I really like it. It is exactly my sort of game. Oh, 99.27? I think what's happened is that it's going to have to do a whole scan of all... What's that? Is that a million? No, it's not a million. It's a million blocks. It's not a million segments, though. Wait, it's complete. Now, at this point, I will quit out carefully rather than breaking it. So it's all saved. Just getting loads of errors. So what it's trying to do now is flush all the disk writes. Why is it? What's that face for? So yeah, so surface map complete because it's loaded all of this. So now comes phase 2, which is similar to that code, but not directly. It's going okay, thank you. Now I do try and put some little programming hints and tips in. One of them, commit early, commit often. So I haven't done a lot today. I've done some things. I've fixed some bits and bobs. So I'm going to update, make sure no one else is committed, which I don't expect them to, but that's not why you see if okay, people have. Oh, in fact, wait, what's going on? Someone's updated the what? Someone's updated the laser power transmitter. Oh yeah, laser power transmitter going through mob spawn manager. Oh, is that just wait? Why is? Yes, you are on an Intel chip 6 generations old. You will absolutely see. I mean, I upgraded from a 4600K, 4700K to a current one, and it made an enormous difference. A huge difference. So I absolutely cannot hammer home to you. So I went, hold on, let me get this right. I went from a 1070 GPU on a 4700K overclocked to a 970 on an 8700K overclocked, and I got double the frame rate. So it was a huge difference. The CPU, certainly in FortressCraft, is one of the important bits. Okay, so if central power hub dot map cache completed, that's nice for you, but is ours. Yeah, I could do with a new computer, but unfortunately I'm moving house, so I'm like, well, buying a house. So I'm not buying anything super expensive at the minute. Apart from a GPU, I am 2 generations back on GPUs, and I was already struggling. Okay, so what we'll do, update LAN scan. Oh my god. Okay, so we want a public void request surface segment stack page. If I just do relx, no, wait, hold on. Gonna have to world X. In this case, that's fine. So it's pretty much just that. Map cache won't be completed there. So what I'll do is I will say, so what we try to do is we try and page in 5 segments, essentially from slightly above the CPH to slightly below the CPH, which is fine. So that should just work. If map cache completed, doesn't matter. So this is just simply a direct call to do that. Oops. Now, this will be a little bit belt and braces. So what we'll do though is if, okay, so if and return paged in. So loop until we find the first one that's empty. Oh boy. Now this is where we start getting to realms of maybe it needs to be on a thread, but here's we get to the realm very much of bloody hell. So right now I need to iterate over 1 million segments. Actually, that's not true. Pardon me. I need to iterate over 1,048,576 segments, right? Now, I cannot do that every frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have public int remote, no, not remote, CPH request. So when the CPH map is completed, we will say, if this first one is done, then we'll find, and we will then page it in. Wait, so this will be slow, but gentle. I can do it hard. My phrasing is awful. I can do it very, very rapidly, but it's going to impact on frame rate. So Esmia, having played Star Wars Squadrons in VR, you are saying that obviously, I mean, there's a TIE fighter cockpit. It doesn't have much view, does it? So you're saying that the Rebel ships, with their, because all the Rebel ships have got great viewpoints, haven't they? I purposely haven't tried Star Wars Squadrons VR yet. I want to make sure I don't always associate that with being 6. I want to get some association with it in 2D. My VR headset should hopefully arrive next week, my new one. So I'm excited. Well, that's interesting that there's such a disadvantage, because of course when they designed the spaceships for Star Wars, no one was thinking about whether they made any sense or not, or if they were any good. Now that wasn't anywhere in the. Can I have an actual link? Oh, where's the bloody EU website? There's the go. There we go. Starfighters. That's what I wanted. Because the Imperial ships. Yeah, my God, you really don't have any field of view, do you? That's hilarious. So in VR, I mean, I noticed in Warfare, in VR, when you've got something above you, you can look up and you can see it. But not in any of these, because you can't see up. Whereas you're in a Republic ship, Y-wing aside to a degree, you have I mean, certainly A-wing, you have a great field of view. That's really interesting. Because in 2D, there's no real advantage. There's no padlock cam, which is a little surprising. But there's no padlock cam, so it doesn't really matter. Whereas Y-wing aside, that's still not bad. Wasn't Y-wing for a 2-man ship? Anyway, these ones are awful. I guess with maybe the exception of that one. So that's really interesting that they've taken and they've had to stick within the canon, and it's not very accurate. All right, do strip. So this is where I need to. Okay, so if height CPH request is not equal to min height, valid height, move on. Now, I've just realised this will take 1 million seconds, which is 16,000 minutes, which is 277 hours. So that might need to change, but this is a start. And in fact, if anything, I will just add in a public float CPH request timer. So what we'll do is we will, if CPH request timer is less than or equal to 0, else delta time. So what I'll do is I will run through them at 1 per frame. So this means it will be about 3 or 4 hours to page that in if for some reason it's all infinitely fast. Part of the reason I'm doing this is I currently am running with compression off, and I think the new landscape system is about 3 terabytes of disk space. Now, I've got 3 terabytes of space on 2 of my drives, not my primary drive. And in fact, that was big. Wow, I've used up 6 terabytes on my D drive. That's crazy. Invalid height. Request this from the CPH. Delay 5 seconds. Retry. AP Geek, my old PC had about 9 drives in it. In fact, I might even be able to. 1, 2. And you're like, yeah, of course it did, of course it did. My old PC is the one that the chat's on. So that's my old PC there. I've got some removal drives that aren't plugged in. So my old PC I've had around for a very long time. My main disk is a 64GB SSD. With my new PC, what I decided was I was going to build it the way I wanted it. So I've got an SSD for speed, and then I have 2 super up to 10 terabyte high capacity, and I'll say slow hard drives. They are not slow. So everything's really organized. So I have 2 10 terabyte drives and 1 half terabyte SSD. So it means my computer is nice and neat and organized. And hopefully I won't need to jam more drives in it for quite a while. I did purposely put Squadrons on the SSD, by the way. And I'm a little bit surprised, I have to say, quite how slow it was loading. I say that, I'm beginning to question whether or not it's actually there. Yes, why would I want the file location at the start menu? Oh, it's installed it to the wrong drive. Ah, okay. I wonder if I can move that. So the load. Well, to be fair, the loading times are a little annoying. I doubt I'm the slowest part of that. Star Wars Squadrons trial.exe. Yeah, but you're still waiting constantly, aren't you, for stuff? I'm not sure if I'll just be able to make a copy of it there. I might be able to. But Origin will probably get the wrong one up to date. So I've not used Origin before. So I'm curious whether Origin, like Steam, will let me relocate the game. Epilepsy warning added to library. Doesn't look like it. So I haven't really used... so Origin relocate game location. Oh, okay. Open up settings. Who writes this stuff? Open up settings. Do you mean under Origin? Games? View? Help? The little cog? Do you mean my game library? Is there a picture? In Origin, open up settings. So, you know, sometimes I feel really old and stupid, and I'm like, you know what? It's finally happened. I've lost it. I am no longer with it. Today is the first day of being an old man. But in fact, it's not me. It is the children that are wrong. There's absolutely no settings. David, I will come back to that in a second. I'm not generating it to a high level of detail. Generating it to a high level of detail is not possible. Open up my game library. What? Wow. Origin. Thank you. Application settings, installs and saves. But so boys and girls, where did I tell it to install to? Where did it install to? Let me just make a folder. Origin games. I only want the one. I don't want all the games on that folder. So all I need to do now is reinstall Squadrons. Repair? Okay, no. Cancel repair. So if I just go now, C / Origin games. Yeah, I think I need to uninstall it and reinstall it. But that's fine. I'm not playing this for quite some hours. All add-ons, bonuses, and file. Well, of course it is. That's what uninstall means. Oh, wait. What? No. There's an option to... Oh, God damn it, totally. Yep. This is acceptable. I accept your license agreement, so I have to install the 2015 runtime. Anyway, that's fine. We'll leave that go. But yeah, I was seeing not some terrible load times, but the issue was there were terrible load times followed by whacking great 30-second countdowns and stuff. Right, the only thing I need to do now is delay 5 seconds. Retry, so CPH request. Okay, and well, I won't lose save data. That'll be in the cloud. I've only changed 2 things in my keybind, so that's fine. I assume that's all cloud synced. We'll find out. I mean, I've not used. Let's put this in a function. I've not used Origin before, so I'm happy to explore it and go, this is all right. I mean, honestly, to my mind, I like Origin. Origin doesn't try and sell me something, just takes me to my games. Doesn't show me what someone thinks of the game, doesn't give me the Metacritic rating. It just lets me click on the games I've got and click play. Whereas it's Steam, if I run Steam, let's just see how many dialogue boxes it pops. I know how many. This is me making a point. Five. There we go. So it's popping up stuff. It's trying to sell me things. Look, there's a new golf level. Why not buy this? Why not? Because I've already got it, is why. Green hell! Okay. Mages, weekend deal. Right. Synth. Is that an E? Is that Riders? Oh god, I can't read this. Help! I think I'm having a stroke. I think it says Synth Riders, a dance action rhythm game. That's fucking awful. A game I already own on several platforms. A game DLC for a game I've never played. It's still... Look, that's what I mean. This is why... Seriously, guys, fuck Steam. Look at this shit. You boot Steam up and it gives you 9 pages of shit to look at. Please look at all the adverts. Please, please. Wait. Hold on a minute. That's an Astroneer patch. So we've been playing Astroneer on our nightly stream. Oh, right. This is the same patch. Okay. Why is it patching now, then? Astroneer have just lost... I don't know, lost it, I think. Right. This isn't work instead. That is the advantage of... So while... I mean, again, a lot of you guys have spent a lot of time with me as I'm streaming. Whilst I look like I get massively distracted, my brain is still working away on stuff. Fabricates, I think you're missing the point. What you're doing there is you are enabling, should we say victim shaming? You are saying, oh, no, it's okay if Steam shows lots of adverts. Yeah? Are you telling me it's acceptable if before you go to a shop to buy something? No, you're not even going to a shop. You're going to your wardrobe, right, to put on some clothes. And it's saying to you, hey, here are 9 new pieces of clothing. Do you want to look at them? No, fuck off do I want to. Steam is it's horrible. You don't realise how horrible it is until you've actually been in some of the newer launchers which are less feature complete. But look at it as those ones are just less full of shit. It's the Epic launcher. And Flabbergasted, I went through the games and I own half of them and I'm not interested in the other half. That's my point. It is just showing me stuff. Putting it there you go. Done. This is all I need. My only issue is if I click launch SnowRunner, it jumps to the beginning and then I think I've run the wrong game. This is what I want for my launcher. I just want a list of all my games. If I want to go look at the store, I can. Other than that, I don't want all the shit that Steam has got anymore. My main issue with that list of 9 games is I bet you if you logged in right now, you'd see the same 9 games. And to me, that is a serious issue with Steam. They are very poor at promoting stuff I might enjoy. They are very, very, very good at promoting the latest big thing. And that is, again, I have serious issues with that, which I think is fine. I don't actually call this function, do I? What? Oh, if I let Steam to auto login, there should be no ads pop up. That's interesting. I didn't know that. EP Geek, I will probably keep it on Steam. Jaja Tech, Epic is shit for developers. No, absolutely the exact literal opposite. Epic is by far and away the best for developers. Much lower rates, much less competition. Steam, I can say nothing good about Steam apart from one thing. It has the biggest audience, and that's it. More importantly, how have I managed to have this line of code here that says x equals 0 divided by... Oops. Sorry. Let me just check that, because that does appear to be perhaps a bug. Yeah. That's just 0. 0 divided by any number is 0. Multiplied by any number is still 0. I think I do. That's just nothing. And I will backport that into this. The forums are all right, but they are a bit of a cesspool. It's nice that they're there. The guides, yes. The workshop, yeah. The problem is, as a developer, I don't want to be tied to one store. I shouldn't be. If I have to use Steam Workshop, I am so tied to Steam. And that is a problem. So, yeah, until we get a proper, secure, integrated, cross-platform, cross-game mod system, we are stuck with that one. Bear in mind, by the way, if you really, really, really want to spend more money, buy your games on Steam. So do bear that in mind too. I like Games Windows Live. It was great. It was very difficult to integrate for, but I shipped a number of GWFLs. It was fine. That wasn't the issue with it. Bad implementation was the issue with it. How do I get from index? Oh, is it? That's the one. I think. That's not World X. I've just got to work out the coordinates, which is actually a little tricksy because I'm working in index space. So it's something like that. So that will iterate across in a slightly annoying way. Then we want to... so that would iterate between 0 to 1 and 2, 4 and 0 to 1 and 2, 4. That's fine. Now I need to convert that into world coordinates. So we've got the base x. I think it's base x plus x equals base x plus x times world helper dot segment x. I think. But there is amusingly only one way to find out. And then we just do central power hub dot instance dot instance. Oh. Okay. I can actually do this as static. Oh. Oh, I can't. Oh, how do I get any of these functions? Do I not have an instance? I'm quite surprised. I've got... No, I must have a way of getting at the CPH. Oh. I was about to say, how did I do this? And then there's a comment marked, a hack. Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, I could do the same way as I normally do it. Because normally it's the central power telling other things to happen. Just for once, X, or Z. This is not going to work. Okay, so what I'm hopefully going to do is boot up the game. It will then start in the top left of the entire world and just start paging in once in a while. We're talking about game sizes, by the way. I once shipped the game on Xbox Live Indie games, and it was so small. I'd optimized and compressed it so much. I shipped it with about 40 megabytes of pictures of my cats, just so the game looked bigger. There was a perceived value on XBlig. If your game was only 700 or 800k, everybody would assume it was shit. So I padded it up to just below the limit with pictures of my cats. Not you, Dora. No, you weren't around. Nah, you weren't even invented, and life was good. What was it? Was it another hack? Oh, an extension on the hack, yeah. We're not using it anymore. I've just written a function to get around it. So, hopefully... I don't have any errors. But I'm also not seeing any landscape. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't expect this to be quick. I just expect it to, well, eventually I expect it to work. Minus 52. CPH request. Oh. I write all this code, complicated, difficult code, because I'm a pro and I write pro code, okay? Serious pro code. And I got a less than mixed up with a greater than. So I said, if you're complete, do the work. If you're not complete, don't do the work. Moritz, please don't read my comments. That's rude, man. That's just like looking over my shoulder. Okay. You hear my PC warming up there. I seem to have fixed my heat issues. I bought a blower, and the blower now sits between the GPU and the PSU, and so my PC was running anything up to 80 degrees, and now it's definitely improved. I was just 100% checking it is still. Oh, hold on a minute. I may have accidentally underclocked it. That might help my frame rate. I told it to limit itself to 60 degrees, not 92, which is probably a little bit much. Okay. In fact, that looks like it actually has done one. Okay, so we're requesting 1,0, which becomes a number. Let's see what that actually is. Yeah, that looks good. And that actually looks excellent. So in this case, I'm suspecting, well, let's see if it are all those segments paged in? Paged in, true. Yes. So in this case, wait, how is that? Yeah. So what's happening? How can I describe this? I'm trying to request this segment here. What I've actually done is I've requested this segment or that one. I've requested the wrong one. So that's not ideal. It also crosses my mind, and this is quite an important one. I'm about to request potentially 3 terabytes of disk data. That's okay, that compresses. I'm also about to potentially request 3 terabytes of memory, which is not okay. I'm going to have to think about that. I'm going to have to think about a way to drop these segments. So what I'll do is I will hop you down to segment I loaded. It's only somewhere. Get index from segment. Oh, hold on. Was I getting these errors? At some point, I also need to start seriously clearing up my messages. I was getting things like fluid error, just thousands of fluid error. Because we actually have a new fluid system. So obviously I'm getting error messages. So I'm not in the position yet where I am tidying up. I'm still throwing everything in. Tidy up for release. So what I'm expecting is I'm expecting to get an error here. I'm expecting the error to be just the segment I request is wrong, and hopefully it's now that does look like the inverse of that. Guess we'll find out. Oh wow, she's properly asleep. Which is how I like it. Cats don't sleep very much, a couple of hours a day. And when they do, it's a bit worrying. It's like they're dead. They're really asleep. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Just stay asleep, you fuck. For those of you who watched last week's stream, and I've still not played it, but I do like the characters, we have the red spaceman with the gold helmet. I'm not sure I can actually... hold on, let me... Got the red spaceman, gold helmet, and then we have the lovely shiny one with the dead insides. So yeah, I got them to work. The problem with the printer was hilarious. I was printing too slowly, which is not normally an issue in 3D printers, but this one, because it's a Delta, it likes to print quickly. So I was printing too slowly, not printing too quickly. And I've still not played Among Us, though the internet just won't shut the hell up about it. Ah, wait, hold on. That's... Okay. Let's fix that. Because it's to do with the rate of the extruder down the Bowden tube. See, I was quite surprised because on my old printer, essentially if anything goes wrong, all you do is you just slow it down. This one, I sped it up and I'm like, all right, it's sorted. Because it's a Delta, so it uses a Bowden tube, so it has a slightly different setup with the extruder wheel than a Core XY, which will use a direct drive extruder. So essentially, I wasn't having enough pressure in the nozzle chamber to prime the print properly. So it was starting, so for the first foot of filament, perfect. And then it suddenly went, sped it up, no problems. So both of these are printed at 60 millimeters a second, and then I was printing some of the bits at 90. I've also printed up at 120. Oh man, did I not put a breakpoint on? Dang it. Get index from seg. Get index from seg. I mean, I do have these helper functions. Problem is, at the beginning of it, I get several. Oh no, I don't get the errors. So let me. I'm now attached to the debugger. I'm expecting at least one. You see. I'm expecting shortly after I call this. I'm expecting a result back from below. It wasn't a problem I ever had on my old printer, because my old printer was direct drive and Core XY and relatively slow. So my old printer would give up the ghost at about 60 millimeters a second. This one will do 200. 200 is more than I can realistically do. 200 is the point where you need to start strapping it down, because it will start to just shove everything around. Are you off, Dora? Bye. Map base X. Oh, that doesn't seem right. That's definitely not right. Map base. No, wait, hang on, not minus. Map base X minus world script dot and default offset. That's what I would expect. 8,400 odd yonder. Which is half that times 2. Okay, so we've just requested a page in of 5 segments, and we've just requested 5 more segments to come in. Wait, are they coming in or not? Quest stack. These are all paged in, but I never got an error. Okay. So what I'll do, oh, this is going to be fun. What I'll do is I will need to pop a breakpoint in here, then get rid of it until I've done my first cache request, and then turn the breakpoint back on. Alright, so I need to disable that to my first request and then put it back in. So hopefully, but not necessarily, any future requests are... No, that's right near the start. Right near the start. Right near. I wonder if it's just not got there yet. It's possible. It's possible that I just have a huge amount of... I mean, it's dealing with literal gigabytes of data. So it might not have got there yet. I'm expecting it to go, oh, that's out of range. It's possible I'm actually just out by 1 as well. Now, that doesn't make any sense. If any of these segments anywhere was correct, it would do it. So have I actually got this right? So if I... So... The number I'm passing in is about 8,400 out from the world. Map base X is... Oh, wait a minute. I have a hack offset in there. What was the +1444? I don't think it was... I don't think that's applicable. I'm doing 144 anywhere else in the code. No. So now I will need to delete the cache though, which is a shame, but it's now all 144 meters out of alignment. I forgot about that. Well, obviously I forgot, or I would have taken it out, wouldn't I? Ah, wait, hold on. Oh no, that's the app. So now I have to well, I won't page in the map because it doesn't. There's no requirement to page in the map, so it won't. Normally this won't happen, but what I am expecting is the system to start going, oh, can I have that one? Can I have this one? Can I have that one? So now we're paging in -8272, which is what I would expect to fit in somewhere. But that is probably not the top left one. So this is the issue. I've said 0th. I think what I need to do is I need to write a... Well, that's what I am writing. This should be get coordinate from... index. So let's put my breakpoint there. Let's have a look. So we have X, which is a 0 and a 0. That is what I expect. We're at request number 0. What I want is the top left of the map. The important thing is I need to request the segment that matches up to that. Oh, what's it called? Out of curiosity, what segments am I getting there now, if any? No, these are still segments, just... Set initial generation completed. This is coming off disk. Oh, I'm still loading off disk, yeah. Segment uploaded is when we... Yeah. It could just be that I am way behind on the disk. So I have a lot of stuff to do. I say I. The Superbuild engine has a lot of stuff to do. So to a great degree, my thrust and make needs to hit DOM. That said, those ones are now loaded, but it doesn't necessarily mean they've actually come through to this system. But I fully expect it to go, oh, no, wait, that's off the edge. But I might be out by 16, I might have the wrong corner, I might have the coordinates back to front. Not sure yet. I'm a little bit concerned the thrust and brake has also stopped. Oh, incidentally, if you notice, we're talking about the... Those lines there, that's the tunnel nukers. Let's go to ISO. Those lines, the tunnel nukers trying to find a path. Oh no, that's tell you about that spider bot. Sorry, spider bot. I hope you saw the pictures of the 3D spider bot I posted in the channel. He doesn't look this cool. But he doesn't have anything to do, so he's just standing here waiting. Still questioning that frost and bake. Excuse me. Still questioning that frost and bake. Are we still? Well, while that's still going, let's have another look. Did I play Squadrons? Yeah, man. Just a reminder, all you lovely people that are watching, I stream every night from 9 PM UK time until midnight. Every single night, and I have done for 6 months. Please come and join me. Everyone come and join me. Last night, we played Star Wars Squadrons. And it's very good, don't get me wrong, it is very good, but for those of you who have watched me before knows that that's not how I work. It has a number of quite glaring and major issues. The main one of which is it feels very old. Now, the reason it feels old, thank you, Dora. The reason it feels old to a large degree is because it is designed in an old-fashioned way. So, Star Wars Battlefront had a lot of public negativity for reasons that I don't agree with, but that is neither here nor there. Because of this, it looks like Star Wars Squadrons was going to be another games as a service, like Apex Legends. It was going to be free to play and have shit tons of content, and then essentially, if you wanted all the content now, you paid money via loot boxes. That sort of setup gives you a lot of money. It means that you say, look, our game will cost 20 million to develop. Okay, here's your game. And then you go to the developers, what can you do with 200 million? And they're like, but our game won't make a profit. But your game will make a profit if you are spending 200 million, if you will make 200 million because of loot boxes, because of those style mechanics make the publishers a lot more money. This means that they can invest a lot more money into the game. Star Wars Squadrons is a $35 game, which is cheap. It has no DLC, no microtransactions, no anything. And let me be clear, no anything. No additional content, no expansions, no future DLC, no new ships. What we've got is it. There are, as far as I'm aware, no plans to add anything. Now, I'm not necessarily one to agree with the loot box system, but if you look at Star Wars Battlefront, the only reason Star Wars Battlefront is incredibly good looking is because they had $300 million fucking dollars to throw at it. This is a $20 million game. Now, I've played it a bunch. I think I've seen all the levels, and I'd like to find out one of the levels doesn't have anything in it. I'm actually going to have a look, see how many levels there are, because there's not enough. And I'm already going, oh, this level, oh god. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. All right, yeah, I don't like this one. But what we have got is very good. Okay, genuinely very, very, very good. What we have got is not very big. Like, I've been in nearly all the ships. I've barely played it. I'm just curious. Squadron maps, there we go. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 levels. I'd like to point out, Yavin Prime doesn't have anything on it. There's nothing to hit. This level is awesome. This one is really, really, really good. And you're in and around, you fly into the space station. It's absolutely wicked. This one is shit. There's nothing in it. Have we seen this one? Not sure. But yeah, I question how much longevity this game has got because of those things. What there is awesome. shipping a multiplayer game in this year with only 6 levels. Like, oh, yeah, we can expect more to be revealed soon. No, there isn't. This is the thing. You guys, and I don't mean you guys, the internet, complained about games as a service. You complained about loot boxes. EA went, all right then, we won't. Oh, now you realise the downside. Because it is not games as a service, what you get is, it's like the old days. What you get is what's on the disc. Cool, we're going to get some patches and more content. No. Right, so it looks like we're not doing any more paging. So this should mean I can... we just do some... little bit. I wonder if I can... a very small amount. Okay. I wonder if what I can do is here, next time that cools, damn man, well, this is the sequel, hence the name of the stream. Did I name the stream correctly? Hope so. Jackie, I think you've missed the point. Games like this don't make money because this is not how you write games in this situation anymore. Okay, this isn't how you write a game. You write a game designed to make a lot of money over a long time. Remember, if you write DLC for a game, do you know how many people will buy it? Less than bought the original. That's the situation we're in. This is the situation that you, and I don't mean you. Oh, here we go. That looks good. Don't mean you personally, but this is the situation that you have led us to. That looks perfect. We've got a relative x of 1,0. That looks fine. Index is... oh, wait, that's not right. Index is 1034. I think I might have X and Y the wrong way around. So what happened there is I updated segment I believed was probably segment 0,1 from index 1. But what actually happened is I got back index 1034. Turn our index into our current. Turn index into our current. Relax. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, I said I fixed it by printing it much faster, but I really like those. And I've got this lovely gold and these lovely filaments. It's 3D printing has come a long way. But yeah, I am sad because I've been playing SnowRunner, and I've mentioned this before. SnowRunner is fantastic, and I have, even despite one little hiccup, I overall have an awful lot of goodwill towards that game because the sheer unbelievable amount of content they have been giving us as part of the season pass has been amazing. So excellent job. Star Wars Squadron is cheap. Just to remind, because I said this to Esmea and she argued with me until I just basically... whoa, that was loud. Oh man, I haven't got my overlay on. Oh bugger. Thank you, whoever that was. I've missed it. Sub overlay. Okay, it should be visible next time. Oh, bugger, I didn't see it. Thank you. Wait, hold on. Epic wasn't... that wasn't an advert. That was telling me I had a game for free. But I wasn't saying EGS was wonderful. I'm saying Steam is shit. That's not quite the same. But yeah, SnowRunner has been fantastic content, value for money, and I question how long Squadrons will last without more maps. You're never going to get any more ships, which kind of saddens me. But maybe they are going for more of an esport approach. I couldn't say. So it's X times map size plus Z. This is the new FortressCraft, yes. Wait, hold on, have I just done something really stupid? youtube.com/projectorgames/live. Ah, FortressCraft, I apologise. Am I logged in as me? Yes, why can't I click on edit? Oh well. I apologise, it should say FortressCraft 2 Fridays. FortressCraft Fridays, FortressCraft 2. But yes, FortressCraft 2. So I'm trying to fix my maths. Maths ain't working. I have not played no, I played the Satisfactory beta and I was like, wow, this is pretty. Wow, this doesn't run very well. Wow, I'm bored. Satisfactory is everything I said it was going to be. It is extremely pretty. It is super polished. It is extremely shallow. You can't alter the landscapes. Done. Index is... CPH request 0 should give me back map segment negative 8400 and 8400. It's not similar though, is it, Dan? I mean, you can't edit the landscape for a start. I mean, it's got conveyors, but so does Overcooked. But yeah, Satisfactory was a beautiful game, and I wish FortressCraft looked anywhere near as good. But I mean, I've watched Josh's videos on it from Let's Game It Out, and he destroyed it in a way that would just laugh. There is a type of demo for version 2 that someone can play. Patrons get immediate access to the game at the end of each day. Each patch, every time I update it, patrons get it. So if you are a patron of the right tier, you'll get immediate access, and I will start to reduce that tier as we go along. I'm still deep in the realms of tech. I'll show you the game in a minute. I'm just trying to work out my maths issue, and you're distracting me, you see, with the words. So get index from segment. Well, I mean, honestly, Satisfactory could have run as well as FortressCraft. It's just I mean, without being mean, they're not very good at writing stuff. Like, it's that simple. They're not as good at writing code as I am. My code is super fast, super optimal. Can't do UI for shit, but my code is awesome. Wait, hold on. Map base X is the world default offset that way. No, actually, I did all my patron messages like yesterday. I did them all. I have one message and it's not from you. Luanchid, have you checked your Patreon messages? Well, Viberman, you're going to have to just go with watching. But as I said, Unreal is no more or less competent. Unity doesn't do what I make it do. I should probably point that out. I've written all my own shit. When people say, what engine is this? My response is, I use Unity for the rendering. I'm not using Unity's engine. Satisfactory is written in Unity's engine. Sorry, Unreal's engine, and that's why it runs like shit, because Unreal is designed for a first-person game. Astroneer, run in Unreal. They're using Unreal's physics. It's like, what are you doing? They were using blueprints to generate landscapes. It's like, what are you doing? I have tightly optimized, hand-rolled, multi-threaded C# to generate my landscapes. They went blueprints, that'll do. Oh wow, why is it so slow? Batshit. Admittedly, I can't even do simple maths here at the moment. So this code here, given a certain pair of numbers, will spit out the right thing. So my question is, what number spits out 0? Like, what input XY spits out 0? But it looked like 0, 1 was 0, 1 was 1023. I'm not sure there's anything I hate more than people gleefully and cheerfully telling me something they found wrong with something I wrote. Yes, UE4 games do look and feel similar because they just ship them with the same shaders. Unity suffers from it a bit. Yeah, look, that should have been divided. That should have been divided and mod, I think. Oh, I'm sorry you don't love FortressCraft anymore, Dan. I mean, there was a point where we had fixed function pipelines that all games looked very, very similar. So if I've got this right... Damn it. Why is it not doing it? I mean, Unity's got the same issues. Height fields just have fundamental issues of getting stuck underneath it, which is why it's a good idea not to really do it. Okay, so we're on number 0. That is going to give us, I can't even work that out, minus, see, I think that should actually be 8416. But here we have an X of, let's put the breakpoint there, wait 5 seconds. 60 hours? Did you even complete the game, Dan? I forget what the world record is for complete the game. It's not very high. It's about 8 hours for the base game, but most people take 60 hours just to do the OET charge without any of the expansion packs. So we have 0, 0. Oh right, Dan, you didn't even complete the base game. All right. I mean, honestly, I like FortressCraft, but the base game is not the good bit. It's the Frozen Factory is definitely my favourite bit. So map base X is default offset minus map size divided by 2. Which is fine, so that's half offset by half. So at this point we are going to request -8272, -8272, which is a fine and acceptable set of numbers. Oh, it's come a long way since 2016. Just waiting to see. No, it's no. I mean, the game came out. When did it come out? I haven't got Steam open. Hey! Right, it's downloaded Star Wars Squadrons for tonight. So, FortressCraft has 3 large bits of DLC and 4 small ones. So, the Frozen Factory is the first expansion pack. The Adventure Pack is the second expansion pack. You also get the Community Rewards Pack, Skin Pack 1, Skin Pack 2, and the Dapper Pack. Oh, I'm looking for a big number here. That's an interesting point, actually. The segment I'm looking for has extremely low priority. 2015, thank you, Andy. Hey, Andy, do you like my TIE Fighter? I haven't took it together yet. Have a face hugger for scale. Does that help? Not really. Just my finger for scale. I go bigger. I get to the point where I go bigger, it goes a bit long. You only have to hunt for 2 ores, EP Geek. Well, 3 if you go crystal. Come on, big number. I mean, I know what you mean. One of the things I want to do in FortressCraft 2 is your first 4 mine, your first 7 ore veins you look after them. The other ones you just tend to go, there we go, extracted done. And I want to make a bit more of that. I want more defense. I want to start thinking about on-site processing or beneficiation, all that sort of stuff. So more on-site stuff. So I've never been against on-site smelting. My issue is on-site smelting means it's not efficient to do it any other way. I also smell food. I'm not sure I'm going to get this bug done for food, but I will promise to fix this bug and I promise to make another patch for patrons. Yeah, so unfortunately, what I really need to do is wait for that bake to go up and stop. But yeah, -8272, -8272, that seems perfectly valid and cool and awesome. And then I go down here, wait till it's paged in, and those are paged in. So that means that's done, but it never came back. I'm sorry, Dan, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think Factorio and Satisfactory are far too simple. However, you haven't played it in 4 years. I'm not sure you should really venture an opinion. Patch 15 was an enormous overhaul of the game. Patch 20, I think it was, another enormous overhaul of the crafting system. Massive, massive, massive changes. Zem Semerson is correct. This game comes out on April the 4th, 2021. Given certain circumstances with my life, the chances are very, very, very high that is going to be early access. Right, so if I increase CPH request 1, that means we're then doing segment slightly off on the Z, perfectly fine on the 1. Now we're going to paste that one in. Now, buggeration. What I meant to do is I need to increase CPH request the next one. And and I need to pop the breakpoint back there. Request number 2. There we go. No, that's right. 8272, 8240. Not out of range. That takes us to an index of 2. Wait, that's perfectly correct. Five, 4, 2. This seems to be absolutely fine. So at this point, see pitch request is 2. I just wrote to it. I'm sure of it. Yeah. It appears to be working in a slightly confusing way, but it is working. Is it continuing to work, or did it just work once? 4, 5. Okay. Honestly, Dan man, given the amount of... I find that slightly insulting, given the incredible value that FortressCraft offers even at full price, and the fact it's incredibly cheap, and the fact you've played 80 hours for a game that maybe cost you $12. It's a little bit insulting. Oh, this does actually appear to be working. You've learned all of C#. My God, you're doing better than I am. I don't know if you can see this little number down here. It's little 551. That's what I'm looking at. I personally feel the game is worth the amount. I'd also like to point out that my rent is directly related to how much money I'm earning. Well, this is actually working. It's very slow and I can't see it. But all apart from those things, it does actually appear to be working. Hey Gordley, how are you? Man, if you complete C#, you're doing better than I am. I'm going to try rerunning it and see whether or not it works the second time. Well, the thing is, EP Geek, is that, well, you said I was going to say satisfactory. People do like games that are pretty. But, and again, correct me if I am wrong, but isn't, like, Factorio, can't you polish that off in quite a small number of hours? Because you said, Dan, that you've played the game for 80 hours and haven't completed it. So it's like... I understand that there's a very... Gaming is a very difficult concept to sum up with a number. But hours played is a good one. Hours played as long as you were enjoying it is probably a better one. Because I've played a bunch of games for a lot of hours and haven't enjoyed it. Car Factory Simulator being one of them. But... hours per dollar is a pretty good metric, I find, of summing up any gameplay. And FortressCraft delivers that in spades. Unless that's racist, in which case I didn't say that. I don't know if that's racist. I don't know what it's spades of. So it doesn't seem to page at the first one. So I'm just going to increment that. Now, this is what I was talking about with one of the issues I have with Steam. Steam utilized the fact they had one of the biggest games of the moment. They got everybody, they forced everybody to get Steam. They have then spent many years in a race to the bottom. So everyone's got Steam because that's where all the super big sales are. You then have the issue that they now no longer want you to. So Steam pushed you into that, and now that's the problem, is that people now expect games to be incredibly cheap. I've sold games for a couple of cents a go. I sold 25,000 copies, and I realized I'd only made like $400. I didn't even make enough money for a week's rent where I live. It's crazy. But that is the situation we're in. The problem is, hours per dollar cent is not perfect. We spent, Esmir and I, we spent a lot of time playing Astroneer. And a lot of it was going, oh, for fuck's sake, why is this not working? I played a lot of time in Kerbal. Yeah. Ooh, EP Geek. You reckon you could beat FortressCraft in 20 hours? That's fast. And not in default game mode, only in a special game mode designed to be made to plaster. I don't think you can beat Rapid in 20 hours. You might be able to. Fuck me, that's fast. Beating Rush mode in 20 hours is kind of the goal. I think my best Rush time is 22 hours. Yeah, on Rush, that doesn't count. That's a special game mode specifically designed to let you complete it faster. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increment it anyway. I'm going to go on the basis it's going to come in. Dan, man, I was just saying that we were just discussing whether or not FortressCraft was worth the money. I mean, you can generally get FortressCraft for about $14, and you yourself said that you have failed to complete it in 80 hours. So, to my mind, by that definition, it makes it worth the money. EP Geek, if you can complete the base game... Nah, I don't believe you. Do me a video. Do me a 20-hour video. Completing the base game, getting your OET charge in 20 minutes on Rush mode is a... I can't do it. In multiplayer, I can't do it. It's really very hard. Now, you could be better than me. I'm happy. I think everyone is better than me at everything. But go for it. That is hard. 20 hours is very hard. I'd say most people's vanilla completion is closer to 40. AP Geek, you're quicker than I am. That's what I mean. I think my record was 22 hours in a multiplayer game. So I am going to head off and eat now. What I will be doing is I'm actually going to leave this running because I want to see whether or not it actually manages it. It looks like it is. I don't know why I'm not seeing it, but it is pulling in the data. I think. It is also pulling in... Come on. Show me an edge segment. There you go. So that's one comes down. Oh, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying that ain't your average. Yeah, index 22. If we then set BB Bobbity, index 22. It does seem to be working. It's a bit slow, but it does working. And now this one is out of range, which is kind of what I would expect. I don't know why you think I care about Satisfactory. I had this conversation in Discord the other day. I don't play my competitors' games generally. I don't care. I don't want to. I don't want to be accused of stealing stuff from them. So I haven't played Satisfactory apart from the early beta, like the weekend test. I haven't played Among Us. I haven't. I played Factorio a little bit for an hour or two, maybe 3. That's enough. That's all I need to. I generally play games I ain't gonna write. So on that note, I am gonna go and have food. I am gonna leave this running. I will pop some pictures in Discord. If you're not on Discord, run the game, press help, click on community links, click on Discord, which you obviously can't read there, but click on Discord. That'll take you in. I will later. I'll put some pictures up later. I will do a build as soon as this bug is fixed, which I will try and do quietly. I will be back streaming in 3 hours, where I'll be playing Star Wars Squadrons. So if you want to watch me kick some ass, I keep dying. Kick some ass on Star Wars Squadrons. Be back here in 3 hours. I will be streaming with my joystick. I will be streaming with Dora, wherever she is. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, especially the patrons. You guys are amazing, and you have been so helpful in producing this game. And I will fix this bug. I've just realized I can just tell her something's working. I will fix this bug. Start generating segments. I've got a clue. Good. And I will see you all. Hopefully, I will see some of you later on. Come and keep company. We'll play some games. And failing that, I will hopefully try and do a bit more of these, a bit more regularly. And we will try and start getting the ball rolling towards FortressCraft 2's release. So, thank you so much, guys. You are all totally awesome. And thank you for following me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for keeping me company. And for those of you who want to watch me fail at computer games, I'll be back in